Oh, look at the edges. Isn't that beautiful? Yes. Slugs love to eat mushrooms too. Howdy, Possum Patty here. Completely surrounded by the soggy bottom bunch. And it is hashtag funtober, but it's also Wild About Mushroom Wednesday. Yes, it is. So we're going to have a fun, wild play, and I'm going to do some experimenting. I'm going to do some experimenting here with salt and ink, and let's see what we can come up with. I'm going to try to make some very interesting mushrooms. Yes, I am. So why don't you come on along? So today I will get messy. Yes, I will. Wild About Mushrooms is hosted by at Cozy Foxtail and at Jilly Bean Studio. And it's YouTube videos on Wednesday, October 1st and 8th and 15th, which is International Mushroom Day. Yes, International Mushroom Day is October 15th. Now, if you check out hashtag Wild About Mushrooms, you will see their videos and anybody else who is participating. It's an open collab. All you have to do is have fun with mushrooms. Yes, get wild about mushrooms. They do have a few journal prompts. You don't have to follow them, or you can do anything you want, really. Basically, have fun. Yes, just get wild about mushrooms. And one is inked, one is in nature, one is miniature, and one is whimsical, and one is Halloween, and one is mushroom rooms. So, yes, I'm going to get messy today because I am going to do inked, because it's also Inktober. And this is something I've never done before, so it's a big experiment. I've done this with watercolors. Yes, I have. And that is to lay down some color and then add the salt and let it dry. And then you scrape the salt off and it leaves an interesting pattern on the paper. Now, I saw some mushrooms that had sort of like a salty kind of design on them. And I want to see if I can do something like that. Because the salt, what the salt does is absorb some of the color, but it leaves like little rings around. Yes. So what I'm doing is I'm going to wet the paper and I'm going to experiment with ink. I'm going to drop ink down on the paper, and then I'm going to dump clumps of coarse salt and let the whole thing dry. Now the salt will absorb some of the color, and after it dries, when you scrape it off, it leaves a very interesting pattern. And like I said, I've done this with watercolor, but I've never done it with ink. But since it is Inktober, let's have a play. Let's have a play, yes. Okay, you're supposed to let the paper absorb the water a little bit so that the sheen sort of soaks into the paper. So we'll just let that set for a moment. Now I have this old bottle of Higgins Brick Red ink. It says waterproof, but I don't think it's waterproof until it dries. And I have my noodlers. And this is black, bulletproof. Oh, you know what? I should probably get an eyedropper for this. All right, stand by. I can drop it on, or I can brush it. I got these little lids here. I could put some in here and brush it around, or I can drop it on. I'm thinking dropping it on is more organic. I know I'm going to make a mess. I know it. I know it. I got my apron on. So let's see what this does. Okay. I thought I would do one side gray and one side with the red. And then I can cut like mushroom tops out of one side and mushroom bottoms out of the other side if I wanted a little bit of a contrast. Ooh, this is inky goodness, isn't it? Ooh, look at this. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. The paper's not taped down, so it's going to get a little warpy, but that's okay. It'll just make some yummy puddles. Yes, it'll make some yummy puddles. When I dropped it on, it didn't spread out enough. No, not as much as I thought it would, but that's okay. I'll help it along here. We're just going to help it along. I'm terrible about going to the edges. What would happen if I drop some on there now? We're just playing. We're having a messy play. See what that does. That might do something. Right away, I'm going to put the salt on because, yeah, I want it to start soaking up that color right away. I don't know. So I got coarse salt, and I'm going to put a lot where I see a big puddle and sprinkle some everywhere else. See if I can get some patterns on there. So right away you can see the salt starting to absorb some of the color. And here you can see how it's turning gray. Yeah, it's working. It's working. Okay. Whoops. Oops. We'll save that for the next part. Masterpiece, right? A masterpiece. I need the vacuum in here anyway. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, I was using the big brush. I was using the big brush for this. Okay. That looked like it dried a little bit too much. So that's why I added some water there. And now we're going to use the Higgins Brick Red. And this comes with a little eyedropper. So we'll see if it spreads. And if it doesn't spread, I'll use the brush again. And then maybe drop some more back on top. All right, let me spread that around, and then I will drop more on top. Drop more on top. Ooh, that stains. Okay, this is waterproof, and that's staining right away. But I love the patterns. Look at the patterns it's leaving. Yes. I wonder if the salt will work on this one. But doesn't matter because it already looks yummy. It already looks yummy. Get some water on there. See what happens. Oh, I'll drop more on top. Yes, I'll drop more on top. Don't want to waste. We can go right over to there, right? And put more water. And we'll put a little more of this on and see if it spreads around. Got a couple puddles of water here. Let me check my camera. Yes, it's working. It's working, yay. I lost a whole bunch of video the other night. It recorded for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Well, it was actually 1.9 seconds. And then it shut off. It's really weird. Yes. Really weird. The other thing it does is it drifts on the holder and it goes, and the whole picture must get tilted. Okay. Use up the salt. I've had this salt for a long time, and I bought it to do this with. And then, you know, maybe I did it like one time, and then it sits in the drawer in the closet. And you got to use up your art supplies. Yes. Got to have a play. Use them up. Use them up. Use them up. Put a lot on there. See what happens. I should probably scrape this off outside. I can do that. Yeah. Oh, that's too much. I don't need that much. Okay. Can I get it back in? Yeah. No problem. No problem. No problem. Okay, now I got to do a timeout. I got to do a timeout. And let this dry a little bit. All right, I'm helping this along a little bit. Mayor Stinky Winky Woos has come in to join me, demanding some attention. And I put a piece of newspaper under here. The mayor just said, meow. She heard me say her name. Where's my knife? It's in the back. Okay. So what I'm looking for is a little bit of a speckled pattern. And I believe I achieved it. Yes. I might hit it with the heat gun one more time after I get the salt off. I'll show you in a second here. Let me get the salt. Oh, I'm loving it. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it came out better than I thought. I wasn't sure it was going to work with the ink. Now this is brick red, which is like this dark red, but it kind of turned like pinky, the pinky color. Yes, where I was putting a lot of water and salt. I love the variegated effect though. Look at that. Oh, it's so lovely. It's yummy. It's yummy, yummy. This is a yummy, messy play. Sorry, Mayor Stinky Winky Woos. Not a good time to come up here, no. Not a good time to come up here. A big clump right there. Am I scraping it with the palette knife? I don't know. You just rub your hand over it and feel if there's any more that needs to come off. That feels pretty good. Oh, I'm loving that. Look at that pattern. All right, let's see this side. Oh, it looks very wet there. Yeah, I'm going to have to dry that. And let me dry that spot right there. Oh, that one's wet too. That's okay. That one's wet too. I guess I am making scratch marks with this. I could probably use something soft. Ooh, no. Pictures fall into the ink. I could probably use something softer like this. Tongue depressor thing here. Instead of the metal. This might work better. Wow, I think I got it all. Look at the pattern on this. Am I bringing it too close? Is it going in focus, out of focus? Oh, look at these patterns. I love that. I love that. Yes. And look at all the little pink circles there. Oh, this is so yummy. Okay, let me clean up the salt and we'll get ready to make some mushrooms. How shall I approach this? My plan was to get messy, put water, put ink, put salt, see how it came out. Love, love, love it. And then to use maybe the darker piece as the stem and the redder as the top. Now, should I look for specific mushroom shapes and, then cut them out? Or should I just cut? Should I draw? I can do a top like that and do a top here. And I love this here. And I could put one over here. And let's see, what should I do down here? I could put one like this, sort of, kind of a wonky one. And then I could do like a smaller one there. All right, let's see what they look like. And then I got a little extra paper here. We'll save that for something. You can make your mushroom tops any shape. They can be tall and thin. They can be fat and round. They could be wonky. They could be wonky, like that. Here, let me move this so we can see what we're doing here. I'm changing the shape as I cut, just to get some different shapes. Yes, I don't want them too similar. And here's a little one. I didn't do a flat one. Maybe I'll change this one and eyeball it and do one of these. There. Yes. Oh, we can do some little mini ones. We don't want to waste anything. We do a little mini one, a mini me. We do a little mini me. We got a little bit more here. And how about over here too? Let's see, what can I do with this one? Let's make a really tall, skinny one. Okay, there. Wow. Oh, I hope I have enough gray to make stems for all of these. I'm sure we'll work it out. We will work it out. I'm going to take a moment to find my eraser, which should be right here, but I don't feel it. There it is. I'm going to erase my pencil lines. We're going to make different kinds of stems. Some will be short, some will be taller. How many do we wind up with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 shrooms. We got 9 shrooms here. And we got all this to make stems. Oh, we got a little pink there too. All right, I'm not going to draw these. I think I will eyeball them. And the first stem is just going to look like this. Whoops, got flying toys here. Okay. So the first stem will look like that. Love it, love it. Careful of the toys. And the next one, just gonna keep going until I get enough stems. We don't have to worry about the top because the top will go underneath like that. That doesn't look right. We have to audition. That doesn't look right either. Maybe I'll make this into 2. Like this. Oh, much better. Yes, much better, much better. Look at that pattern on here. Look at that from the salt. That is so yummy. So yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay. make another smaller one. And who gets this one? Maybe they do. Okay. Now let's make a fatter one for this. Maybe I should draw it. Maybe I should draw it. Let's see. Some stems kind of come in and some stems kind of go out a little bit. See, I don't like that with that. No. For some reason, I like a smaller stem. Like that, yes. What if we do a crooked stem? What if we do a crooked stem? Like that. Like that. And, oh, we got plenty of black. Yes, got plenty of black. I need a really small one. Let's do another bendy one. Like that. Or like this. It looks better on that one. Okay, that looks better. And, oh, that one needs one too. Oh, how about a short one like that? Just make it a little different. Got a whole mushroom fairy ring going on here. Yes, I do. Like that. And I got another piece here. I can just use this up so it doesn't go to waste. I'm just going to make it a little more roundy. Yeah, a little more roundy. Like that. Like that. All right, next part. Next part. I could, on one of them, we could do another experiment. We could do another experiment. We could round the top like this. And I can get my Sharpie pen. You know, I should get off this piece of good watercolor paper. I don't really mean to be working on it, no. I just thought you'd see them better, but now that you've seen them, let me put that aside. So I don't ruin that. No, so I don't ruin that. I could always work on the back of here. All right, make some room. Mushrooms, make some room. All right, let's tack this down with Fabri-Tac. And you can see what I'm going to do. So let me think about this. So the edge of the cap will come up like this. Okay. All right, we got that. And then all of the gills are coming out from where the stalk is. So if you start here, they all have to come out from the center, except back here now. This is the tough part, because back here they're going to be going this way, like that. Okay, we can try that. We can try that. All right, so we're working on this. So we're coming out like this with the gills. And then they would come this way. Something like that. This is probably not exactly right, but that's okay because we're just playing. This is not botanical drawing, no. This is whimsical, fun sketching. You can go over the lines We'll make them a little wiggly. That should have come out there more. We'll just put one there. Yes. Double them up a little bit. Like that. There. Now what I want to do is make underneath of the cap a little darker. And maybe can go around the edge. Which is not easy with a ultra fine tip. I'm not going to do them all this way, no. I just wanted to show one with the gills. Or maybe I could do a couple. Do a couple this way. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't quite get the lines right, but that's okay. That's okay. Now what you can do is you put a little drop of ink in here. The rest back there. Uh-oh. See, I was doing good up till now, wasn't I? I was doing really good. That probably came from the bottle or the eye drop. Get my water back. I get a little brush. I just put a little ink with the water under the cap like that. Give it a little dimension. I know I was probably getting too detailed right now, but that's okay. And maybe right around here, going out. Wow, I love the way this looks. Look at this right here. Almost like it was meant to be. All right, well, what if I do a couple of these and then get them into a journal right away for #WildAboutMushrooms. So this one is ready. Let's see. How can we do the next one a little differently? Oh, what would fit on a page? All right, where's the nature journal? And this journal was made by Kelsey, and she gifted it to me, and I'm just filling it up, smashing all kinds of nature things in here. And I have, in this pile over here, I don't know, I just came across this the other day, and a bunch of puffball mushrooms. This is a jewel-studded puffball, and this is a big puffball, and got some other puffball down here. Maybe that's a jewel puffball. I don't know. These are all kinds of puffball mushrooms. Would this fit on a page? Oh, here's a page. I can put this right here. Like that. Maybe shave just a tiny bit off. Put that there. And put my mushrooms right on top of it. Or maybe I want a tall one. Or maybe I want another one in the background. Oh, I can make a bigger stem for one of them. This one I can have crooked coming in like this. And maybe I can put one back here. Okay, we're going to work on this. We're going to work on this, yes. This is going to be the background. Stinky's not happy. I'm ignoring her. It's so messy up here, though, Stinky. You don't want to come up here. I think I'm going to double glue this because it's a little glossy. So I'm going to put glue stick in the middle. And just a little Fabri-Tac around the edge. and just lay that down sort of straight. Sort of straight works well for me. Okay, now this one's going to go in the front, and this one was going to go in the back, and this one was going to go over here. Something like that. But I probably need to play. On those a little bit with some ink. I'm looking around at the table. I do have a baggie sitting here because the room is a disaster. And I'm going to make a new stem. I got all my tops and stems here so I can use these as a fodder. And I need to make a tall stem. How much do I need? Oh, that can go right off. Yes, that can go right up there. Oh, I like that. Yes. And then this one can go here. And this one can go over here. They're going to have this one crooked. And this one crooked that way. And this one straight that way. Okay. Well, maybe I'll get them all glued down on here and then I'll come back and draw on them. I'm just playing down here. I'm putting some black to ground these mushrooms. And I did some doodling on them. I'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, because once I pick up a pen, I don't want to put it down. And once I pick up a paintbrush, I don't want to put that down either. So I just thought I'd ground these with a little bit of a dark area right underneath. I wanted that one to be dark too. I'm taking like one drop of ink at a time out of the bottle. Trying not to get it everywhere. Just having a play. Don't want to go on that page there, but just having a play here. I put a little bit of a shadow there, a little bit of a shadow there, and down there. And then I was just outlining these the way I outlined that one. And I was doodling around the dark spots there. Well, you can get completely carried away and doodle around every one of those little tiny pink spots if you'd like. But I'm loving it just the way it is right now. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of journaling real quick and I'll be right back. I put hashtag wild about mushrooms at Cozy Foxtail at Jelly Bean Studio. October 8th, 2025. The prompt was ink, hashtag inktober. Look at these yummy mushrooms. Look at that. Oh, I love them. Are you going to try and make some of these? All you need is ink and salt and messy hands. Today I got messy, yes I did, for hashtag funtober and hashtag inktober, and hashtag wild about mushrooms. I've got a few bits left over. I'm going to make some more. I'm going to play with those, yes I am. But I just want to show you, yes, my journal, yes. And don't forget to check out at Cozy Foxtail, Tale, and at Jelly Bean Studio for their open collab. See what you can create. Yes. Let me know in the comments below if you are going to create some inky mushrooms or slow stitch mushrooms or scrap paper mushrooms. Oh, they could be any kind of mushrooms at all. Painted watercolor kind of mushrooms. Yeah. And thanks for coming along today. Happy nature journaling. Bye-bye.